Okay, so today I have a brand new Plarail model to review, and it is Plarail Toby. Now, let's go over a little bit of history while I unbox this engine. Toby was first released was the 11th release of Tomy engines in the 90s. He was a pretty good engine, but one fun fact, along with Emily and Spencer, he was one that was never changed throughout all his releases. When they updated 1 through 6 in 2003, Thomas Edward Henry, Gordon, James, and Percy, they skipped Toby, never gave him painted eyes, never updated him. So you can still buy him exactly the same as you would have back then. I got this one off of Amazon, and I struggled to open a kid's toy. Don't make fun of me. So let's see. Toby is powered by one C-size battery, which is pretty big. Most other engines would be changed to not use a C-size battery, like James, Edward, Henry, and Gordon, and work on a AA. But as I mentioned earlier, Toby was skipped out on the redesigns and the CGI redesigns that they would make in 2014 to 17. Toby was again skipped out, just updating the boxes. If you look on the inside of Toby, it's pretty good. And Toby has a pretty good shell. It's very simple, but Toby is a very simple character. So, it would make sense as simple. The one thing that I do not like is that his decals for the number 7 are stickers and the top isn't painted. And the face isn't painted, which eventually it's something you just get used to. Now let's take a look at the instructions, which is the basic ones. And then he comes with 2 pieces of rolling stock, which is Henrietta, his coach. This is before the CGI redesign, and they never redesigned her, so she still is just normal Henrietta coach. And a Tomy troublesome truck, which is, it's always good to have more troublesome trucks. Henrietta's a nice little orange coach. I have one before this, despite not having any Toby, but mine's in pretty bad condition. The troublesome truck is a stock standard Tomy troublesome truck, and the face is pretty cool. So, you never have too many of these. And look at that compared to my Trackmaster troublesome truck. Pretty cool. Alright. So, the Toby pack overall is about $25 to $26 if you get yours new off of Amazon, which is where I got mine. And I would rate this pack, I'd say a solid, I would rate it about an 8 out of 10. So, Toby's a pretty simple model, and if you're just getting into Tomy or Plarail collecting, I'd recommend Toby if you want to have the main cast of Tom's characters, is one you're obviously going to need. If you're hardcore collecting, then I would choose this Toby over all the other types because you don't need a screwdriver, and the Plarail models are just consistent and look good together. So, I would rate Toby an 8 out of 10. But if you're just casually collecting, I would have to say maybe you should skip out on it. It's something more for very big fans of Thomas and Friends. But it is a pretty good model. So, the box was also pretty good, but I don't really talk about boxes. So, yeah, let's run some trains.